So, steps to launching an online business. I love to make videos that are so relatable to small business owner, or if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're someone that wants to transition into entrepreneurship and you want to take it one step at a time. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tara. Thank you all so much, and thank you especially for clicking to watch. If you're new here, please do subscribe. Right now I'm on 600 subscribers, and it means a whole lot to me if you subscribe and join the family. I love to make videos around entrepreneurship, money, my journey as a whole, and my faith with God most especially. Let's get right into this video, guys. So, essential things you have to consider, or steps before you launch your small business online. What are the steps you have to look into? What are the things you're supposed to do? The thought process before you finally launch your business. This is going to be very easy, not complicated. Just try to make sure you can check these boxes before you finally launch your small business. And also, if you're a 9 to 5er and you're thinking of transitioning into entrepreneurship, or having a side hustle, a small business as a side hustle, and your major platform is selling online, you can also consider checking this box to see if you're already on the right track. Let's get right into the video. So the very first thing you have to consider before you launch your business, number one, is your business creating a solution to a problem, to an existing problem, or are you trying to bridge a gap that is in the market already? Okay, I love to give practical examples. So which of my business should I give example with? I'll still choose the scarf. Okay, so for ladies and scarves, when I started, what I just love how the scarves is so colorful, right? But the people that are selling scarves, they stuck to the traditional type of maybe chiffon scarf. It was just boring, right? So I wanted to bring color, I wanted to bring quality, I wanted to bring variety. Yes, most especially people that were selling scarf that I saw home and abroad, not the variety were not really much. Yeah, it was boring. It just looked like scarves are for old people, and it was just boring. This is one of my scarves that I sell. This is an Italian silk scarf. So you can see the print. It is beautiful, it is lively, it is vibrant. So for me, I just wanted to bridge that gap and also provide varieties. And during my market research back then, I realized that corporate ladies always have scarves. Like when they're in the boardroom meeting, it is always cold. They like to put something over their legs. Also in church, deaconesses, our pastors, the female pastors, they like to have something they can wrap over their shoulder or their legs. Maybe the church is cold, or they are trying to sit in a certain way. So I wanted to bridge that gap, right? I saw people putting papers on their leg, so I just or handkerchief. So during my market research, I knew there was a problem, and I wanted to be the solution of that problem. So yes, basically make sure you're creating a solution to an existing problem, or you're trying to bridge a gap that is already there, maybe from you researching about your competitors or people that are already in the business. So that's the first box you have to tick. What problem are you trying to solve? Jingling. The next on the list is always know that the solution is where the money lies. I say this all the time. So your solution is either the product or the service, right? So now you identifying the problem is number one. Number two, what is the solution? So the solution might be a product or a service. So whatever that is where the money lies, right? So know the solution of, like, when you know the problem, now also research on the solution that can meet the problem and solve it. It is very important. Don't just go into a business blindly. Don't just say, oh, everybody eats food, so I just want to have a food joint. No. In as much as everybody needs food, always make sure that what food problem are you trying to solve in that vicinity, that you want to open that food joint. Always make sure that you're solving a problem, or you're bridging a gap, an existing gap. So before you finally launch your business online, to be precise, this is the third step. Make sure that you've already started growing your audience. Now, this is for me, I have replicated this several times. Before I launch a business, before I bring the product, what I do is I create a social media page. I create a flyer or maybe b-roll of videos. I say what the page is about. Okay, for my when I was selling baby items, now I only do wholesale for baby items. So when I was selling baby items in retail, before I launched, what I did was I created a flyer. I'll look for that flyer and put it somewhere here. So I created a flyer. I said what that business was about, and then I started running ads on that flyer. So what you can do is add maybe a little catch. Okay, first 50 people to shop, you get this free gift, or first 10 people to shop, you get 10 delivery on our launch date. So something like that. Make people anticipate and make them know about the brand even before you finally launch or even before you bring in the product. So for me, what I did was I started running ad with that flyer. I ran ad for a while. I think it was $1 per day, and I think I ran ad for like 2 months. People were following the page. I was just posting things about baby items, like just little educational stuff on how to shop for baby items. But I was already building my audience before I even launched the product. It is very important. Even if you're doing physical, make sure you create anticipation in the mind of your audience before you finally launch. That way, sometimes they will even tell you, okay, I got DMs like, oh, I love baby ribbons. I have a little girl. I love to pack her hair in this certain way. Oh, please, when you finally launch, hope we'll be seeing more of this. I love baby turbans. So all of this, baby sneakers, and all of this informed the decision I made in picking items. In as much as, yes, I know I want to sell baby things, right? But seeing people comment and send me DM about what they like also make me understand that, okay, yes, I'm on the right path, but I should also look at this direction. So start warming up your audience before you finally launch. Capish? So this is very important before your launch day. Create social proof. So what is social proof? Letting people know that you are legit. Letting people, especially online, this part of the world, Ghana to be precise, there's so many scam pages online. So before you launch your business, create a social proof. So what is social proof? Let people know that you are real. Let people know that your product you're coming to launch is real. So again, for that baby page, what I did was I got samples of items I wanted to buy first, and then I sent it out to people, to my existing customers on my other business pages. So I sent out 5, right? So I sent to people that have already patronized from me, and I added it as a gift. And I said, oh, help me, give it to your baby, let me know what you think. And then they sent review. Oh, Tare, I love the hair ribbon so much. It is so beautiful. Do you have more I would like to buy? Meanwhile, I haven't even officially launched the business. So I got about 3, 4 people send back their reviews. The last one, I think she called or audio, so I couldn't really get her review. So what I did was I asked them, is it okay if I post on my page? So I posted on my page even before the launch, right? So I explained, oh, we sent out samples and this was the feedback. Thank you all so much. So we kept on creating, or I kept on creating social proof even before I finally launched that business. So another way to create social proof before you launch your business online is making a video of yourself, number one, or you can even make behind the scenes of how you're formulating the product or how you're sourcing for the product. If it's a service, how you think the service will work. Like, create behind the scene moments before the actual launch date. It is very, very important so that your launch date will be very, very smooth and hiccup free. Now, if you've gotten to this point of this video, please just click the subscribe button before we continue. Please subscribe. Thank you. And I think this is the final step. I want us to take it bit and pieces, small. So for this step, before now, you should have even know the platform where you want to launch your product. Are you launching on Facebook? Are you launching on WhatsApp? Are you launching on Instagram? Right? What platform do you want to launch that product on? Or are you launching on all this platform? No problem. But will you be able to manage the attention you get on this platform? So as you're creating, when people want to open a new shop, how they create buzz around it, there's a flyer opening soon. Do that online as well. Watch out for this space. You'll be getting this on this space. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. And make sure you're always, if it's 13th of May 2023, make sure you're talking about that date over and over and over and over again. Save it on your calendar. Oh, we'll be launching. Oh, we'll be going live on that day. Da 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 da. Just make sure you keep talking about it. So let's say, for instance, you want to launch that business on Instagram, and maybe you're choosing to go live, right? Learn about the platform before the launch date. Learn about things that will benefit your product or your service before your launch date. It is very, very important. Very, very, very important. I cannot overemphasize. We see people come on live and they don't even know where some buttons are, and then they're there live and they're trying to, okay, what is this? How will I do this? So learn about how the platform works before your actual launch date. Little recap on the things you have to do before you launch your business online. Number one, what problem are you trying to solve? Make sure you find a problem or the gap you're trying to fill. Number two, the solution you're providing can either be product or service, and that is where the money is, right? So the solution is your product that you're going to sell. But three, to start building your audience before your actual launch date. It might be email list, it might be creating anticipation and in their mind. You might start running ads before that day, but make sure you start building your audience before the actual launch. And number four is creating social proof. And so the final one is knowing the platform you want to launch on. Try to be conversant with the platform enough so that on that day when you are launching, it might even be your e-commerce, it might be your website, you've learned a lot. So that day when you are launching, you know how to solve problems if there are any hiccups. Thank you all for sticking with me to this very end of this video, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.